Okay, before we get started, I just wanted to preface that this is my first review, and I'll say it again in the beginning, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I apologize for the quality in some of the areas. I don't have the best, camera and stuff like that, so I'm gonna definitely be working towards that. But if you would like to support me directly, you can follow me on Twitch, subscribe, do whatever, promote my stuff, just help me out, and let's get into the review. This is my first ever peripheral review on the Kurosun Samurai balanced mousepad. If you have any tips for future peripheral reviews or have something I didn't touch base on, let me know in the comments below. All of the peripherals that I own have been out of pocket, and this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but if you have something you want me to review, I will try my best to get around to it. So, let's get started. The first thing you'll notice about the pad is the aesthetics. I mean, this is a gorgeous looking mousepad. It's a very clean design with the samurai here outlined in all white taking a battle stance. And it has very, very good looking white outline for the stitching. It's definitely one of my favorite pads design wise, and honestly just one of my favorite pads in general. So for the dimensions, this pad is 490 by 420, and as most standard gaming mousepads are, those dimensions match. I really would have loved to see it come available with a 500 by 500 square option, but 490 by 420 is fine for a majority of gamers. And it's usually not a deal breaker for me either, even though I play low sense. This pad will work just fine if you play low sense or high sense. As for the surface of the pad, it's actually woven rather than knitted, and while this isn't like a crazy new thing that's going to make you insane at the game versus someone who's using a knitted pad, it's definitely a nice little feature. It's definitely the smoothest surface pad that I own, and you can really feel the difference coming from something like an Artisan Heian, which is what I was using previously. The stitching is amazing, and it is on par with Artisan as it's level with the pad, and you will not notice it at all when gaming, even without a sleeve. The pad is thinner, being 3mm, but it still has some softness to it that would allow for you to press into the pad like that, which is great for stopping power and things like flicking. This pad is advertised as a balance pad, as I stated earlier, and it is 100%, in my opinion, the perfect representation of what a balance pad should be. The flicking experience as well as the tracking experience so far have been absolutely phenomenal. The Samurai is definitely faster with dot skates versus full skates. I use a hybrid combo of the full skate and then some smaller skates. They're not dots, but I do have some mice with dots, such as my white G Pro. These are dot skates. It will definitely perform faster on these. However, it will work great with either or. Now the pad does have a break-in period where the difference in X and Y movements are going to be slightly different, but for me it was hardly noticeable in-game and was short-lived, and other than that I've had a completely uniform experience throughout. Once broken in though, like I said, I've had no issues, and from personal experience, this pad surface, as stated, is balanced, but not more of a speed, and is definitely more controlled for sure. It's more comparable to an Artisan Zero, and while it feels the same on the arm as my Soku X1 because of how soft it is, it's definitely more in terms of performance like the Zero, because the Samurai has virtually no texture feel to it, so it's definitely faster than the Soku pad. The base of this pad is very sticky, and while being easier to maneuver on the desk to your liking, once it's set down, it will not move at all during gaming or anything for that matter. This is because it's very similar to what Artisan has with like their pour-on base here. And like I said, you can pick it up real easy, but once it's sat here, it is not moving. As for who I'd recommend this pad for, you would definitely be able to use this pad for all games. TAC FPS and slower paced games like Valorant, CSGO, and R6 that require a lot of stability and control would work. This pad would work great. But it can also be used for faster paced shooters such as Overwatch 2, Apex Legends, and Fortnite. This pad comes in at $50 USD with shipping costs varying depending on where you live. But given the unboxing experience you get with the pad, the way it performs in-game, and the clean minimalistic aesthetic of it, it is 100% worth your money.
Survival of the meanest, I'm afraid. Spotted an enemy. Bomb.